Kim Kardashian owns a $150 million private jet, lives in a $60 million mansion, and made more money from a skincare line than from reality TV. But here's the crazy part. She might be earning more while she sleeps than most CEOs make in a year. Before we dive into the details of Kim Kardashian's incredible lifestyle, it's important to understand just how she built a fortune to a number that has very little to do with the reality show that made her famous. Kim Kardashian is worth an estimated $1.7 billion, a number that's hard to wrap your head around, especially considering how her rise to fame began. Back in 2007, she was known more for her proximity to controversy than business acumen. But the woman behind the glitz has since built an empire so calculated it makes most celebrity brands look like side hustles. What's truly shocking is how little of her current fortune has to do with keeping up with the Kardashians. The show that once defined her public image now plays a minor role in her revenue stream. These days, the real money comes in while she's asleep, literally. Kim has mastered the art of passive income, with stakes in billion-dollar ventures that require minimal day-to-day involvement. At the center of it all is SKKN by Kim, her skincare line that exploded onto the beauty scene. But even more profitable was her former shapewear brand, Skims. In 2022, it was valued at over $3.2 billion, with Kim retaining a hefty ownership stake. When Skims dropped, it sold out in minutes. When she launched SKKN, it wasn't just beauty, it was a statement. And then there's the real estate. Kim owns a jaw-dropping minimalist mansion in Hidden Hills, designed by Axel Vervoort, where everything from the sinks to the hallway walls screams custom luxury. But that's nothing compared to her most outrageous flex, a $150 million private jet named Kim Air. This isn't your average Gulfstream, it's a custom-built G650ER outfitted with cashmere seats, cream-colored interiors, and branding tailored to her taste. She's even said it feels more like a home than a plane. Kim also spends on experiences that match her elite status. Private chefs, full-time security teams, and entire wellness staffs ensure her daily routine feels more like a royal protocol than a celebrity schedule. And with 4 kids to raise, she's extended that bubble of luxury to them. Think designer wardrobes, personalized home classrooms, and birthday parties that rival Hollywood premieres. What makes Kim's spending so fascinating is how aligned it is with her brand. Every purchase, no matter how absurd, feeds into the narrative of who she is. With that kind of wealth comes a lifestyle that literally soars above the rest. Let's take a look at how Kim owns the skies with a private jet that's as much a statement as it is a mode of travel. Now, most celebrities fly private. Kim owns the sky. Her jet, nicknamed Air Kim, is a $150 million flying extension of her brand. Built on the elite Gulfstream G650ER platform, this aircraft took over a year to custom design. And the result is unlike anything in Hollywood. Step inside, and you're greeted by ceilings wrapped in Italian cashmere, cream-toned leather seats that recline into full beds, and ambient lighting that mirrors her home's serene aesthetic. Even the tray tables are color-coordinated. There's no flashy gold or over-the-top glitz, just Kim's signature style, quiet, controlled, and obsessively curated. But she didn't stop there. Every guest aboard Air Kim receives custom loungewear designed to match the interior. Branded napkins, blankets, and even slippers are part of the experience. A perfectly controlled environment where even the smallest details reinforce her image. The price tag for upkeep is staggering. She reportedly spends millions every year on fuel, maintenance, and staffing. But for Kim, this isn't a frivolous splurge. It's strategic. The jet allows her to maintain privacy, stick to her intense schedule, and live above the chaos of commercial travel. Touching down from Air Kim, the next stop is her Hidden Hills sanctuary, a mansion that's more art piece than house, perfectly reflecting the understated luxury Kim prefers. But this estate is just one jewel in a much larger real estate crown. Step off Air Kim, and you're stepping into another world entirely. Her $60 million Hidden Hills mansion. At first glance, it barely looks like a home. Co-designed with Kanye West and famed Belgian designer Axel Vervoort, the house is more like a living sculpture. It's where minimalism meets extreme wealth. The hallways are wide, white, and eerily silent. The walls are smooth, almost cold in their precision, and there's not a single sign of everyday clutter. No light switches in sight, no framed photos, no chaos, just balance and calm. Every room feels like a page torn from a high-concept design magazine. Even her sinks are custom-made stone basins that defy convention. Kim once described it as a minimal monastery, and that's exactly what it feels like. A personal sanctuary built to insulate her from the noise of the outside world, but beneath the quiet surfaces, the value screams loud. This home is a $60 million architectural statement where privacy meets power. Yet, Hidden Hills is just the crown jewel in a much broader real estate empire. She owns multiple other properties in Calabasas, some for family, others for future flips. Every purchase is intentional. Every square foot is part of a long game. Her Wyoming ranch was a shock to fans, a vast rural retreat far from LA paparazzi. But it served a purpose: space, solitude, and a backdrop for a different kind of lifestyle content. Even her commercial real estate holdings, buildings that house her business operations, tie directly into the machine that fuels her billion-dollar brand. Now that we've seen where she lives and travels, let's uncover where Kim's true wealth comes from. Her evolution from TV personality to a powerhouse business mogul with multi-billion-dollar brands. Many still think Kim Kardashian's wealth came from reality TV, but if that were true, she'd be rich, not a billionaire. The real money didn't come with the cameras. It came when she stepped behind the scenes, into boardrooms, and built brands that redefined celebrity entrepreneurship. It all started with KKW Beauty. In 2020, Kim sold a 20% stake of the company to beauty giant Coty for a staggering $200 million. That deal alone pegged the brand's value at $1 billion. But it wasn't just about selling lipstick. It was about selling her image, her routine, and her lifestyle as products. Then came SKKN by Kim, her luxury skincare line. With clean packaging, high-end pricing, and a direct tie to her personal routines, SKKN positioned itself as the refined evolution of her beauty empire. It's not for the drugstore crowd, it's for the elite, and it plays perfectly into Kim's minimalist aesthetic and aura of exclusivity. But the crown jewel of her business empire is Skims. This shapewear line has done more than generate revenue. It's redefined an entire category. Skims launched with inclusive sizing, modern marketing, and a focus on comfort and confidence. By 2023, SKIMS had been valued at over $4 billion, with Kim holding a major ownership stake. Every limited drop, every celebrity campaign, every product launch, she profits directly. What makes all of this even more impressive is that none of these are vanity projects. These are serious businesses with massive valuations, global reach, and real staying power. Her companies aren't propped up by hype. They're backed by data, demand, and design. What's truly fascinating is how much of Kim's fortune grows without her active involvement. Let's explore how she makes millions while literally sleeping, thanks to her empire's smart design. Here's where it gets wild. Kim Kardashian doesn't need to lift a finger to keep the millions flowing in. At this point, her income is on autopilot, and the engine is roaring. Skims, her $4 billion shapewear empire, runs like a well-oiled machine. The brand launches drops without her ever needing to appear on camera. The team, the marketing, the logistics, it's all built to function with or without her direct input. She earns from every sale, every collaboration, every licensing deal, day or night. SKKN by Kim follows a similar model. With established sales funnels, e-commerce infrastructure, and a loyal customer base, the luxury skincare line continues to generate revenue long after its initial launch. Add in royalty structures from previous KKW beauty deals, and Kim is still making money off products she launched years ago. But the truly passive goldmine? Her social media. One sponsored Instagram post can earn her up to $1 million. And that's not a rumor. It's an industry rate backed by analytics. With over 350 million followers, her influence translates directly to profit. Brands pay not for content, but for the trust and attention she commands. And then there's the silent stream: investing. While most eyes are on her fashion and beauty brands, Kim has been quietly pouring capital into startups, fintech platforms, wellness tech, and even NFT ventures. These aren't just trendy moves. They're strategic, long-term bets that could outpace her retail earnings in the years ahead. Of course, with great wealth comes lavish spending. Here's a glimpse into how Kim channels her fortune into a lifestyle where security, style, and wellness come together in absolute luxury. With a billion-dollar empire behind her, Kim Kardashian's spending habits aren't just luxurious, they're relentless. Nothing in her world operates without precision, protection, and polish. And maintaining that level of exclusivity comes with a towering towering price tag. Security alone costs her an estimated $3 million a year. This isn't just about a few bodyguards trailing behind. We're talking around-the-clock protection, armored vehicles, advanced surveillance systems, and trained professionals ensuring her safety and her children's at all times. Every trip, every public appearance, every outing, it's orchestrated like a presidential movement. Her staff functions like a mobile company. Personal chefs craft nutrient-optimized meals. Trainers tailor fitness programs to maintain her signature silhouette. Stylists curate head-to-toe looks, often months in advance. And her team of assistants and nannies ensure her schedule and her children's lives run like clockwork. Fashion is another world entirely. Balenciaga, Dolce & Gabbana, and rare vintage archive pieces are staples in her wardrobe. These aren't off-the-rack items. They're often one-of-a-kind, custom-tailored, and historically significant. Some outfits she wears once and archive. Others she uses to make a statement that fuels her brand image globally. Her approach to wellness? That's a category of spending on its own. Her home includes an in-house gym that rivals elite fitness clubs, complete with specialized machines and custom flooring. She uses cryotherapy chambers, infrared saunas, and ice baths, not as indulgences, but as part of a daily regimen. Every treatment, every device is chosen for optimization and longevity. Even her downtime reflects her wealth. From private island getaways to customized retreats, she doesn't vacation. She curates experiences, and every moment is built for comfort, exclusivity, and personal branding. But Kim's story goes beyond glitz and glamour. She's making strategic moves that ensure her influence lasts far beyond social media and sales, moves that reshape her legacy and impact. While most celebrities cash in on their fame and ride it out, Kim Kardashian is playing a much deeper game, one built for permanence, not just popularity. She's studying law, not as a publicity stunt, but as a real commitment to change. Under the mentorship of top legal professionals, she's taken the baby bar and continues to push toward becoming a licensed attorney. But even now, she's already making legal waves. Her work on prison reform has led to real-world impact, funding legal teams, advocating for clemency, and helping free individuals serving unjust sentences. Her children's futures are also mapped out. She's set up trust funds and structured wealth plans to ensure generational security. While other celebrities flaunt riches, Kim's ensuring hers lasts, strategically tucked away, legally protected, and ready to grow. Finally, to truly understand Kim Kardashian's fortune, we need to zoom out. Her wealth isn't just about the numbers. It's about how she mastered reinvention and built an empire that continues to expand quietly but relentlessly. Kim Kardashian's $1.7 billion fortune is a masterclass in reinvention. What started as reality TV fame turned into one of the most carefully built personal empires in modern pop culture. And it didn't happen by chance. She understood early on that attention was currency, but more importantly, she learned how to convert that attention into ownership, owning products, platforms, and intellectual property. From Skims to SKKN, every brand she's launched wasn't just attached to her name, it was embedded in her identity. That's why they scaled so quickly. Her businesses aren't gimmicks. They're streamlined, well-capitalized, and run like high-performance machines. Kim knows when to be the face and when to pull back and let the systems run. That's why she earns millions passively. It's why her brands outlast the hype. In the end, Kim Kardashian didn't just escape the shadow of reality TV. She turned it into fuel and built an empire with the receipts to prove it. Let us know in the comments, what do you think was the most interesting part? If you found this story interesting, hit that like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories.